With 2026 past the halfway mark, it's time we revisit our 380 rankings. For 2026, we're shifting to a tier list style ranking compared to how we did this list in the past. To try and keep these videos from getting too long, we're going to split this list up into a couple 2-3 videos. In the first video, we'll be looking at some striker-fired 380s. This tier list won't be an exhaustive list of all 380s in existence, so feel free to drop your rankings along with the reason for the ones we omit, along with the ones we don't. For this first video, try and keep the selection to striker-fired pistols. Also keep in mind, not everything can be S tier or A tier. S tier is reserved for the best of the best, not just the brand you or I might like the most. To help us rank these pistols in 2026, we'll be drawing from our famous ranking map, along with what other random feels we come up with along the way. Let's kick things off today looking at what might be the most polarizing pistol on the tier list, the US version of the G28. For 2 decades, 380 concealed carry consumers in the US longed for the double-stack subcompact Glock. When it finally hit US shelves, it was a limited release Gen 3 version that mostly flopped. 2+ decades of waiting were not kind to the G28. Compared to the newer, more feature-packed micro-compact pistols, beyond that Glock name recognition, the G28 doesn't have anything, or much of anything, going for it. It also doesn't help that they're a little quirky. Mine likes to eject brass right into the shooter's eyes, for example. Accurate, easy to shoot, reliable. Pretty much every 380 that ends up on this tier list will have those attributes in common. It's the expensive, limited Gen 3 version with quirks, lacking modern features G28 that we got that landed it at the D tier on my list today. It's fun to shoot, and for some, maybe a collector's item years down the road, but midway through 2026, those attributes alone don't amount to much as far as this tier list is concerned. With the G28 landing in the D tier, you might think the smallest, lightest of the Glocks, the G42, must be the same. But nay. Even though it has a single stack capacity, the ones I've shot haven't been nearly as quirky as the G28 has been. The G42 is more concealable, it's cheaper, it's easier to find on both new and used store shelves. The G42 is not perfect, and in 2026, it also is lacking the same modern optics-ready and attachment rail features of the G28, but it's less quirky, it's cheaper, and it's easier to find, and all that combines to boost it to the B tier on the list today. It's time we talk about some of those 380s with the newer, fancier features, like say the Hellcat 380. Optics ready, micro compact double stack capacity, attachment rail. After our 2 Glocks, a pistol with these popular features surely must be even higher on the list. If only it were that easy. That gigantic in the elephant room price, it's appeared. Released at the $600-ish price point and only slightly cheaper with the occasional gear-up package behind it today, the Hellcat 380 finds itself in the too darn expensive side of life. Realistically, it should be in that $399 price point in our opinion. The extra $200 to the price drop it down to the B tier. Price more consumer friendly, and it could easily jump to that A tier. If the Hellcat 380 is B tier, what about the Sig P365 380? Surely with SIG's foot and mouth disease, it can't be any better. That foot and mouth disease definitely plays into the ranking, but the fire control group being the firearm and the customization potential that affords also played a role. The Sig P365 380 just might be the most customizable 380 on the market today. Beyond being optics ready with that attachment rail, having double stack magazine capacity, and being very concealable, being able to change the grip to fit you is huge. For example, when not going head to head against the Hellcat 380, my P365 380 more often than not has an XL grip attached instead of the stock one. That customization potential combined with the concealability, reliability, and a better price point land the P365 380 squarely in the S tier, or at least it should, but that pesky Sig PR has dropped it down to A tier for us, with plenty of people dropping it much lower, I'm sure. The final two entries on today's tier list are the Bodyguard 2 and the Bodyguard 2 Carry Comp. Two excellent striker-fired pocketable 380 pistols. But do we finally have an S-tier pistol or two here? With upgraded sights, supported barrel, and a compensated slide to help lessen the recoil, many people think the Carry Comp version of the Bodyguard 2 took things to the next level. And I'd mostly agree. So why do I only have the Carry Comp at A tier then? A combination of price and that fancy ported barrel and slide. The Carry Comp is a good $100 more expensive than the Bodyguard 2, and while the ported barrel and compensator do have a small effect on recoil, plenty of people will say it's not worth it for the potential downsides of that ported barrel and compensator. At its current price point, there's just enough of a yabba to drop it down to A tier in my opinion, but if that price drops notably, it could very easily jump up to S tier. Speaking of S tier, obvious to some, less obvious to others, the reigning king of the pocketable 380s, the Bodyguard 2.0, finds itself as the only pistol on the S tier today. The Bodyguard 2.0 practically reset the pocketable 380 market. It redefined what recoil should be for pocketable 380s, and other than the Carry Comp edition of the pistol, so far nobody has come close to catching up. Or have they? With the newest variant of the LCP Max that's due to hit store shelves any day now. If it's not the perfect spot to end today's video on a cliffhanger ending before the hammer-fired edition of the 380 tier list, I don't know what is. But that does seem like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's presentation and like it, share it with your friends and family, maybe drop a comment on there. Those things are free, and they really help the channel greatly. If you'd like to help us make more of these videos in the future, look into becoming a member. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice night. Oh, and a happy 4th of July.
Now I'm gonna need all of you in the Bacon Nation to have a seat right over there.
Oh, God. Did I get it? Yeah. 10 yards.
I'm thankful for you. I appreciate everything you do. So stay safe, stay healthy. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you on the TV. And, take care of Fred and Corey when you can. You know what it is.